Oke, maaf ada gangguan tadi. Internetnya harus di restart, menyebalkan sekali. Siapa nih?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Ya, terima kasih, Bu. Terus ke sini.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment.
Lancar ya, masih
Superior
restart,
Laundry
nunggu banget
Services.
masih di restart.
1260 West First Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective.
Just a moment, detective.
There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
Infeksi mata katanya.
Can you
lihat
keep things under control until Pinker and your others finish up?
pengemis
Sure, Detective. We'll stay out of their way.
keliling-keliling. Ente nyetir lah. Susah. Superior laundry kemana dulu ya? Oh, dulu mungkin ya. Kita superior laundry dulu lah.
You're behind the wheel.
No. No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
Superior laundry service. Harusnya tadi kerja di sini nih korbannya.
At least the rain stopped. Change back into those white buckets.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
F1 kan 3.
Mrs. T. Terrellson. 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Oke, makasih Pak. Sekarang ke buku cake. Black lagi serius.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we are,
Enggak. Excellent. Dulu. Siapa yang nyetir?
You know the way. You can drive. We're looking for a tall, disfigured man at the camp.
could be difficult. Most bums look deformed to me.
Come on, Rusty. This isn't gothic fiction. Hobos are just like you or me. They're just men who've fallen on hard times.
You ain't much of a detective, Phelps. You think a hobo's like me. Clue number one, how do I smell?
Of alcohol and stale sweat. You know, I may be onto something here.
Very funny, Phelps.
Jadi kayak 2 episode ini.
Always bother.
Bukan.
Where's my wife?
Iya.
No one cares about me. I took
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow their lead. These guys can wait.
Pinggir. Pria tinggi. Ya aku muter terus, coba di reload. Minyakku udah oke. Yang tinggi, mukanya agak rusak. Oke, jadi raja di sini ya.
Leave him be. What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Oh, I wish I could afford that.
Ini kayaknya paling bagus.
You can't do this.
Take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Topi.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
Musik.
Isn't that the cop who caught the guy who was pretending to be dead?
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
Phelps,
Waduh.
leave him be.
Bisa didorong dong. Ya.
That's the guy from the
Woi.
papers. Solve that
Aku
big
banget.
case.
Ini ngapain? Tuh bro.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps? Phelps, leave him be.
Sini. Oke. ada apa ini? Gelandangan. Maru-maru. Rumah kumuh. Aduh, duh.
About the woman who stabbed her husband and then pushed him in front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
Injek rumahnya. Serius ini udah selesai. Mungkin lah. Serius sudah. Fine. Let's go back. After I did these people. Oh udah. Mati lu.
You can't do this!
Here.
Sam is taking me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Here.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Emerald Street.
You can drive.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic type show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Di rumahnya ini korban. Bukti apa? Yeah?
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
No.
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss.
Anaknya dengerin, kasihan.
I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Anaknya kok lemes gitu. Anak,
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules out the suspect.
Probably nothing.
di kamar anak kecil. Maaf. Misi. Foto.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Kenapa? Ini lagi korek.
check if she was a regular.
Ini dompet.
Maybe.
Nggak penting. Apa lagi? Ini lagi. Korek.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive. If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Sini si bocil-bocil. Ada dompet ini lagi.
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Apa ini? Satu.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene. Lars was out in the rain last night.
Wet. Iya, malam-malam kan hujan. Jaketnya basah. Ini apa?
This
Kail.
isn't what we're looking for. Not everything here is going to be relevant.
Oh, ada tali.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Talinya kepotong. Iya. Masa ini pelakunya lah. Kapal. Kurang penting.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
Ini kenapa basah? Telepon. Pak pinjam telepon. Pak pinjam telepon, Pak.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
Waduh. Jaket. Oh. Apa? Mirip sepatu. Apa ini?
It doesn't appear to be connected.
Oke, saatnya ngomong.
For the record, Mr. Tarleton, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. Can't be anyone who knew her.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
Viva.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Ini bener lagi. Kayak tidak meyakinkan begitu. Aku ambil top deh.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Audrey Avenue.
Okay,
Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Tarleton, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Apa fotonya dibalik tadi kan berarti cok.
Spill it, Tarleton. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
Aku tak peduli. Ya kamu
You're
bohong.
lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Ini.
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wet spot.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. Sounds like the Terrelson broad had her last drink at Barron's Bar. We should check the place out.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Yelah, please lah, jangan masa ini terus.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Nge-lag tuh. Memang nge-lag. Nge-lag nggak?
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Okay.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Kenapa kamu garuk-garuk? Saya percaya Anda, Bapak.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
Yeah, she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Bluff. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD. Don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Kenapa lah?
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Aku kejar kan.
Bates! Just wants to talk.
Mati lu kedua.
Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Ada.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the dickhead.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. He's showing you how it's done. Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. Let's end this farce. All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Kenapa lari sih?
Put your hands where I can see them. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this?
No.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Bisa telepon.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
Sailor.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
Tuh, langsung ke sini.
Can you drive to this one?
terminal.
He's in interview 2. Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it.
Interview room 2.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Yes.
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Mana, ada bukti.
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
Sudah, bro.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub.
Ibunya
He had all the
wanita
time in the
nakal
world to look for
enggak.
some
Sebenarnya
action. I
wanita
belted him.
baik-baik,
I'd do
cuman
it
dia
again.
lagi mabuk
She was
aja.
better off with me.
Semua orang suka
You're
sama
a
dia
shining example of chivalry, Jessup.
yang dari Jakarta terus.
We're holding you till we can
suaminya
clear
kan
this with the
baik.
driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Dia lagi mabuk aja.
Can you
Tadi
put the
kan
guy in
scene
2 in a
matinya
cell and
juga
inform
waktu
the
lagi
commander?
mabuk.
Sure, Detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
I've been in this
Okay.
job 20 years. I never fired.
Ini lagi dorong-dorong orang.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
You're behind the wheel.
Three suspects in the can and one on the hook. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Terrellson picked up.
11K, roger.
Ketemu hobo. Bawa senjata dong.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. I need you to stay focused. You need to hold out. Yeah. How do we do that? Like this.
Stop knocking me down, Phelps.
If you want your rightful
Bro.
share, we need to fight for it.
Kamu. Ini. Langsung kalah. Lemah sekali.
What's your name?
Comrade Stoller.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Veteran perang.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Nggak mau. Tuh ada tali. Si kampret emang.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
Si kampret. Dompet hijau. Teresa Terelson, oke. Apa ini? Kristal.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Oke, ini dompetnya si ibu. Ya berarti si kampret. Motifnya apa? Ya kayaknya memang itu tadi ada dia asal dua cewek lain sebelumnya. Nggak tahu, memang orang aneh. Kita lihat pembunuhnya. Udah clear lah ya. Ente nyetir, ente buat perang tadi. Dulu.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes. The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
Yeah, motifnya
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the pump with murder.
Apa motifnya? Tuh ada cewek mabuk, terus dicekik. Bapaknya tadi nuduh suaminya. Yang mana? Bapaknya siapa? Di bar.
We're going this way.
Oh iya, si temannya ya. Iya emang ini. Soalnya dari 3 kasus kayak gitu semua. Ini siapa? Ini ngapain di sini? Oh, kamu kan. Haha. Ini siapa? Di sini sih. Interview mana interview?
Put him down in my sap. Need a drink. I got the jitters again. Hey, there's such a thing as soap, you know.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
What the hell? What the hell?
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Apa sih? A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her? Please. Ya aneh juga sih. Kenapa ada ban? Bekas ban. Tapi aku gak suka.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
Oh. Kenapa ditangkap?
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Mantap. Langsung dimasukin penjara dong. Langsung masuk penjara.
An ounce of prevention saves many an emergency.
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away.
Copyright.
Don't do me wrong. Don't leave
Lagu-lagu nanti di copyright. Copyright.
When I'm burning.
Studio sekretariat baru. Jauh ya jadi detektif pembunuhan.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Lanjut bang, ada 2 kasus ya, mungkin kita sudahi dulu untuk hari ini. Nge-lag udah berapa jam ya tadi, dari jam 7:30 kayaknya, udah 1,5 jam. Oke lah, kita akhiri dulu hari ini. Makasih Bapak Gemuk, makasih Kapten, bye bye. Makasih semuanya. Sampai ketemu di lanjutannya lah Noire.